Hello. Welcome again to DeKalb Talks Tourism. We have, for the 25th and a half time, a special guest.
Yes.
I guess it's not special if you've been here 25 and a half times.
Well, I am special if I'm there
That's
that many
true.
times,
If you've been here
right?
that many times,
Yeah.
that means you're special.
Yeah.
So we have Drew Ellis with the Atlanta Hustle,
Yep.
the ultimate frisbee professional team here in DeKalb County, our only professional team right now.
Right now.
So we're very excited about having you on our show again. How many times actually have you been on? Like 3 times?
This is going to be my third time.
Okay.
Yeah, third season here with the Hustle and third time on this show.
So it's a lot of fun. Last time you brought your sidekick. I guess we don't want him anymore.
No, John he's done. Yeah, we don't want him on the show anymore.
Don't worry about him anymore. So tell us what's going on over there. How did last year go?
Last year was a good season. We were actually the top team in the entire league. We finished the season 10-2 again for the second straight year that I've been there. We've been 10-2, number 1 seed in the South Division. So we won our second straight regular season South Division title. Had a bye in the playoffs, had a home playoff game. But unfortunately, the Atlanta bug has continued to bit us. We fell short. Again, a heartbreaking loss in the South Division Championship game, one game before championship weekend. So overall, a great season. We had Brett Holzmeyer, one of our best players, was first team, all UFA. We call him Captain America. He was on Team USA as well this year. But yeah, we fell short this year again. But coming into 2025, we're ready to get over that hump again.
Well, one of the other hot things you had last year, very special, was you had the owners from all across the country come in here in DeKalb and have a meeting and all with you all. And I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, we had our annual owners meetings in early October, late September, early October, and they had an amazing time. It was the first time they've held it here in Atlanta. As the director of operations, that was kind of my main goal when I came here. Wanted to bring some more events to DeKalb County, along with the Hustle, and that was something that was really important to me. And the league recognized that, and we held our meetings here. And for the 2 days, owners enjoyed themselves here in DeKalb County and Metro Atlanta. In fact, the Atlanta Hustle, our team, we won an award. We had the best marketing campaign, which is for our first game of the season last year, which was on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, Star
Yes.
Wars. We had a Star Wars theme that was a big hit with our fans, and the league recognized us as the top marketing team for 2024.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So what are you looking for? What's going on this year, the 2025 season?
Yep. This year, the big word of the year essentially for UFA is realignment. Our division has got realigned. We used to have Dallas in our division. They're no longer a franchise, but we added San Diego and LA. So those are 2 teams in really big markets, obviously, that are going to be coming here to play. So we're excited about that, to see those 2 teams into our division, along with our long-term rival, which is Carolina. And then we still have Austin as well, Houston still. But then adding those 2 to our division is going to make some really good ultimate play, some unique teams that come in, to see different teams come in to Silverbacks Park, but also just really strengthen numbers within our league. Our league is growing as well. We got a franchise in Vegas now, Las Vegas, Nevada. The Vegas Bighorns are coming in. Hopefully we get a chance to play them maybe next year, but our league is just expanding and growing, and it's exciting. And then on our front, we have a couple of new players that are coming in. Cam Brock, who is one of the league's all-time leading scorers, as well as Alex Holiday. So we're revamping this time. As I said, past 2 years, we couldn't get over that hump. So, we felt like it was the right time to bring in some new players, some fresh blood, to kind of help us get over that proverbial hump and get to championship weekend.
So tell us, so you're a professional team.
Yes.
And all your players are professionals, but they have other life. They have other jobs. And so they have to do all the traveling, all the practicing, as well as actually their full-time job.
Yep.
It must be fun to balance.
Our players will say it's hectic at times, but they love it. This is the sport that they love. Right now, Ultimate is still growing, so it's still a minor league sport. And like other minor league sports that you see, the wages aren't as high as you see for the NFL or NBA. So yes, our players do have other jobs, but they love it. They love being in the community as well. We have teachers, we have people who work in the political field, people who work in business, government, wherever they can to work. And that's one thing about our players. Majority of our players are college educated. Majority of players have master's degrees. So one of the things that we like to tell people about our players is they're very bright, very intelligent, very worldly, and just able to just have other lives other than Ultimate. But Ultimate is a passion that they love, and to get to see them talk about Ultimate and their love and how they started playing it when they were a youth and then just growing to being a professional is something that they really, really like. And seeing the fans in the stands is something that really drives them to be better.
So for our listeners, just in case they don't remember, or if they're new to the show, where do y'all play?
Yeah, we play at Atlanta Silverbacks Park, which is in Doraville, Georgia. Been there for the past 4 years. We love it. The park has their own restaurant and bar, Willie B's. There's other soccer facilities around it, but we have the main stadium. And we've seen attendance grow tremendously. We used to be at St. Pius. We moved there, as I mentioned, 4 years ago, and we've grown from 400 fans a game to upwards over 1,000 fans per game, which is a really good jump. We have the best facility in UFA. We like to say our stadium is top-notch for a minor league team, gives our players a great place to play, our fans a great place to watch Ultimate, get something to eat, and enjoy the evening.
And the food is really good.
Food's amazing, yeah.
I mean, it's for at a stadium or something, the food is really good. You can get a nice beverage. It's just a great game. And then I know when my kids come, their favorite thing, besides watching the game, is the ice cream.
Yes.
King of Pops.
King of Pops is a proud partner of ours. King of Pops is very popular with our fans, and we love our partnership with King of Pops. But yeah, like as you mentioned before, the food at Willie B's is amazing, and I have to give a shout out to Morgan, Tyler, and Bill, that team over there at Silverbacks Park, that really do a great job of having that restaurant top notch and cranking out the great food that our fans love.
So opening is when?
April 26th. April 26th is our first game of the season. We're going to play a really tough team in Salt Lake City. That's a playoff caliber team. And that's one of the things about our schedule this year. We have the ranked second toughest schedule in the UFA this year. So we actually go on the road to play the defending champion, the Minnesota Wind Chill. But then we have playoff caliber teams in Salt Lake, Carolina, they won the South Division last year. Our biggest rival will be Carolina, so we play them twice this year, as well as Austin. We play Austin as well. Chicago, we play Chicago on the road. That's a playoff team. So our schedule is stacked, but we're up to the challenge. So April 26th, love to see everybody out there supporting.
So that's here?
That's here.
So the opening game is here. At least your opening game here is April 26th.
April 26th.
Now, I remember last year you did some specials like an HBCU night.
Yep.
And what's some of the things you're doing this year?
Yep, we're going to have that again. That's an annual thing that we do, which is near Juneteenth. This year is going to be June 21st will be HBCU night. But, yeah, we do different game themes for every game that we have. We have 6 home games throughout the year. So this year, the big push is this is our 10th anniversary as a franchise. So we came 10 years ago, 2015. Like I said, we started out in local high schools and then moved to Silverbacks Park. So we're celebrating Hustle X. 10 years of Ultimate in the city of Atlanta. So it's not just a celebration of the Atlanta Hustle, but also the celebration of the game of Ultimate as a professional sport here in Metro Atlanta. So we're going to do a lot of different special things. Going to recognize alumni, recognize some of our owners and past coaches that have made Ultimate possible here in Metro Atlanta. But along that, we have a splash night where we're going to have a fire truck out. It's going to spray the fans. We're going to have at the end of the year, we have fan appreciation where we'll have barbecue for the fans as well, something special. Our first game of the season, we're going to do corn dogs and do giveaways. So we have a lot of really cool promotions planned for our fans just to get them interacting with us, get them excited to come to the stadium every night.
Well, I'd say Dorcas in my office has to be your biggest
supporter.
all-time fan.
Yes.
She just loves going out to the
Yes.
games.
Yes.
And her family goes out with her. I mean, she loves Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, she's a big fan. I've seen her out there multiple times cheering on the Hustle, and she's one of our biggest advocates. And we appreciate fans like that, especially when you're trying to grow your base. We show fans love and appreciation that show us love and appreciation. And that's something else that we'll be doing special this year is we're going to recognize a fan every game as a fan of the game. And what they'll do, the way we start our games is called the opening pool, which is, we have our, a ceremonial throw of the disc, essentially throw the Frisbee. And that's what we'll have one fan do each game this year.
Well, that's very cool.
Yep.
So does your season run June, July, end of June?
Yeah, our season runs from the end of April until the end of July.
So you all looking at doing anything big with, FIFA Club Cup coming in June, July, and then World Cup coming next year?
Yeah, those are some things that we'll work with the stadium about in terms of kind of integrating soccer and Ultimate Frisbee, which is we feel like those two sports kind of go together. If you haven't seen Ultimate, it's similar, pace and style to soccer, where you're throwing the Frisbee and trying to move it up the field. There's a football element as well as you're trying to cross the end zone. But, because we play at a primarily soccer stadium, there's a lot of connection and overlap there. So we'll definitely do a lot of things. Obviously having the World Cup here in Atlanta is a big deal. I'm a big soccer fan myself, but, we'll try to integrate some new unique things to kind of, bring in those new fans from soccer.
Yeah, because we've actually got a global sports committee that's trying to get DeKalb County as noticed and as much events going on during those big times where the world is coming here.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to maximize everything we possibly can.
Love that. Yeah. This is the world. We'll be on the world stage.
Yep.
In DeKalb County, the Atlanta Hustle, this is our home. It's DeKalb County. So we like to do anything that we can to support DeKalb County, support the residents of DeKalb County. So, yes, anything that we can do to help shine a light on DeKalb County, we'd be welcome to do that.
So have you got any really cool stories you can tell us from your escapades the last year or two?
Yeah, I can tell you guys. So normally in my position, I don't have to go on the road with the team, but I did last year. Took a couple of trips, went to Denver, Colorado. We had a game against the Colorado franchise, played them, and then took a trip to Indianapolis to play the franchise up there. And I can tell you, our guys eat, sleep, drink, breathe Ultimate. But they're some fun guys, and we had a lot of good trips representing not just Ultimate, but also the city, Metro Atlanta, as well as DeKalb County, because every time, we were at a restaurant in Denver, Colorado, an all-you-can-eat pizza restaurant, which is amazing. Amazing, by the way. Everybody kept on coming up to us, what's the hustle? Who's the hustle? So we get to tell them, we're an Ultimate Frisbee team. We play in DeKalb County, play in Doraville, Georgia. So, those are the stories I could tell you. There's some other stories off camera I might have to tell you. But when it comes to, the hustle and our reach, we're nationwide. We're worldwide, by the way. Actually, we were talking off camera about some of the merchandise changes we're making.
Right.
we can see where someone obviously purchases where they're from that purchase some of our merchandise. We've had people purchase our merchandise in France, in Germany. So I like to say Atlanta Hustle's worldwide now.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
This year, like I said, is Hustle X. So one of the unique things that we're doing this year is on May 24th, we're actually going to have a doubleheader with the Atlanta Soul, which is the women ultimate team.
Nice.
Yes. So they'll be at Silverbacks Park. They'll be playing at 5 o'clock, and then our game will be at 7. So it's kind of a celebration of ultimate, as well as a celebration of women's sports. One thing about ultimate frisbee is a very inclusive sport. Guys play it, women play it. We have a women's professional team. They play at Agnes Scott. How it came about is our schedules came out, and we were actually playing at the same day, same time. And we didn't want to have our fans conflicted about who to support. So we said, why don't you have your game here at Silverbacks Park? We can do a doubleheader, and we can support each other, and more importantly, support the growth of women's sports.
So the women's team is at Agnes Scott.
Yes.
Are they professional like you are?
They're professional as well.
So professional women's.
Yep.
What are they called?
The Atlanta Soul.
The Atlanta Soul.
Yep.
That's pretty neat.
Yep. So that's something we're excited about. We're going to have I think it's the Gwinnett Humane Society. We'll have some dogs out there. But we'll have a lot of different interactive activations out there for our fans for that doubleheader. So something special, something unique that will celebrate 10 years of Ultimate.
You all should mix the teams and then play.
There is co-ed. Ultimate is a big thing. Actually, one of our players, Brett Holzmeyer, was Team USA. Team USA has a co-ed team, and that's the team he was on. So mixing and commingling men and women on a team is part of Ultimate's culture as well. So you're on to something.
That would be very cool to have a exhibition show or something like
Yeah.
that out there sometime.
Yep.
Yeah, very neat. Well, we're excited you're back on the show. We're excited your new look and feel for your jerseys, and you got to get that hat figured out.
We're working on the hat, definitely.
So before closing, is there anything else we need to talk about? So I'd tell everybody once again, opening day, where you play, and how can they find you?
Yep. Opening day, April 26th, Atlanta Silverbacks Park. If you want to purchase tickets, right now season tickets are on sale. We'll have single tickets on sale starting in April. Shop.atlantahustle.com is where you can find tickets and information about the Atlanta Hustle. And then you on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, maybe TikTok. I'm trying to push for TikTok for the younger crowd, but Atlanta Hustle. If you type in Atlanta Hustle, you'll find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Also, before we go, I do want to push our youth program.
Okay.
We have a large youth program that we're growing, youth academies throughout the year. Our biggest one is in the summer. It's going to be in June. That's one of the things that's unique about our sport is, especially for our team, when you come to our game, kids 12 and under are in free. So they get to come in free, see the game. This year we'll have a bounce house at every single game for our fans, as well as some unique opportunities for kids to get involved. But yes, if you want to join our youth academy as well, you can see that at shop.atlantahustle.com as well.
So if somebody just loves Ultimate and wants to get involved with you all, sponsoring or involved somehow, what are they doing to do?
You can reach out to me. Drew Ellis at atlantahustle.com. Send me a message, and I'll get back to you. In the meantime, as I mentioned, you can jump on our social media. You can jump on our website and kind of see what we're all about. Even on our YouTube channel as well, Atlanta Hustle YouTube channel, you can see our games, past games. We actually, last year we had what's called Beyond the Hustle, which is our own documentary of the entire season last year.
You talked about that.
Yes. Award-winning, I like to say. Award-winning documentary show in the style of Hard Knocks, as the NFL does. You can see all our behind-the-scenes of our travels throughout the season as well. So, yeah, it's just a very great show that we put on, and right now we're doing season 2. And we've got some unique things that we want to do with that. But yes, on our socials, AtlantaHustle.com, shop.AtlantaHustle.com as well. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can find us.
So your documentary is called what again?
Beyond the Hustle.
Beyond the Hustle. And it was just done last year.
Just done last year.
So that's very cool.
Yep.
So one of the things that a lot of times people ask you, so besides attending the Hustle games, obviously,
yep,
what's the 2 must-see things, must-see do, must-see places to eat, whatever, that you would say for DeKalb County? If someone came up to you and said, Drew, what's the 2 things I have to do before I leave town? What would you tell them?
I would say, I'm going to sound like a homer, so you can't
That's okay.
get mad at me. The Cass Farmers Market, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a great place for
The one on Ponce?
One on Ponce.
Okay.
I think that's a great place. I got introduced to that. I'm a little late on that. My girlfriend introduced me to that area.
You've been to the Buford Highway Farmers Market?
I've been to
Very
Buford.
international, too.
Yes, I've been there too. Great areas, great places to see, get some different foods, see some unique culture as well. I think one thing about DeKalb County that makes it unique is the culture. There's great culture around here as well. And then the homer part, I've been to games that aren't Atlanta Hustle at Willie B's, Silverbacks Park. I enjoy the food. I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy, the beverages that they have there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the homer part. You can't get mad at me about that. But, that's just a great place to hang out, see some great soccer, see some ultimate, but really just have a great night with your friends.
Well, we know we're working with a rugby team
Mm-hmm.
that's going to have events over there, or rugby tournaments, soccer tournaments.
Yep.
You all out there. Next year, lacrosse is coming back
Yep.
for the big college games. So, yeah, it's a great facility.
I came for one of the college lacrosse games.
Did you?
Last year? Yes.
Yeah, last year we had the first one. They had
Yep.
to go this year to Bobby Dodd because they needed 10,000
Gotcha.
because they had Notre Dame playing Maryland.
Yeah.
So, but next year they're going to be back at Silverbacks, and they're going to add the 4 men's teams and add 2 women's teams.
Nice.
So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll
pretty
have that.
Cool. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being on our show 3 times now.
Appreciate it.
Is he I guess him and Exhibition Hub are competing for the most amount of.
I want to come back when we get to championship weekend, which we'll do it this year. I want to come back for a championship preview, and that will push me over the edge of being here the most times, I think.
Well, then maybe we do. We'll take the new podcast mobile or podcast studio in a big van out there.
Nice.
And
You
do it
should
that way.
I would love that. That would be
Well,
pretty
Drew, thank you for being on the show again.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all for watching. Please tune in to our next show.